The recent devastating volcanic eruption and tsunami in Tonga has highlighted the importance of investing in disaster preparedness, early warning systems, and resilient infrastructure.
While the eruption of the volcano and the subsequent tsunami and ashfall in Tonga is clearly a shocking disaster, the work that Tonga and other Pacific countries have done to prioritize resilience for many years before disasters has clearly paid off.
While the majority of Tongan schools avoided significant damage from the eruption and tsunami, images of Pacific Island children attending school in makeshift tents following natural disasters is an all too familiar sight right across the region.
When it comes to the impacts of climate change and natural hazards, countries like Tonga, Vanuatu, and Samoa are among the most vulnerable places in the world.
Since 2017, the World Bank's Safer Schools program has been helping education ministries in Tonga, Samoa, and Vanuatu to prioritize investments to increase the disaster resilience of school infrastructure. In Tonga alone, the World Bank estimates that natural disasters result in an estimated loss of 100,000 days of school time every year.
With Cyclone Kita, we sustained a lot of damages to our school buildings. The initial assessments was around about 70%, either destroyed or hugely impacted.
On average, disasters are estimated to cost the Tongan education sector $7.3 million or the equivalent of 1.5% of the country's GDP every year. These heavy costs divert resources from efforts to improve education and achieve national development goals.
The Safer Schools program is helping communities, education ministries, and development partners to work together to improve the resilience of school buildings in Tonga, in Samoa, and in Vanuatu.
Surveys of more than 6,000 school buildings across the three countries indicate that between 50 to 90% of buildings may not withstand a major cyclone or earthquake. These survey results are helping governments to prioritize investments in maintenance, upgrades, and the construction of new disaster-resilient school buildings.
Through prioritization, we can then invest whatever resources available or what we believe will have the most impact on the education system in Tonga to ensure it's more resilient.
The World Bank also says that supporting simple maintenance tasks can deliver big improvements to the safety and resilience of local school buildings. The World Bank is now supporting a regional campaign to encourage communities and parent-teacher associations to take simple steps to improve the maintenance of their local school buildings.
And having a proper maintenance program in place, I believe, will help minimize potential issues with climate change-related events in the future. Part of the challenges of maintaining the school buildings is capacity, also knowledge about how we go about doing that.
The program is working with a number of training institutes to work through and develop a range of materials that can be used to support those specific people who are responsible for maintenance. We're working closely with the Red Cross in Samoa to figure out ways to communicate the importance of maintenance. The team there is approaching it through a drama. It's a good opportunity to approach it from a different angle, show the importance of maintenance in a light-hearted way.
The World Bank hopes that this continued collaboration with Pacific Island countries will see children spending less time in tents and more time learning in disaster-resilient classrooms.
Investments made before major disasters and climate-related events can save lives, they can save homes, and enhance recovery efforts.
I do hope that the student will have a safer learning environment so that they can focus more on learning rather than being worried about their learning environment, whether it's going to be there tomorrow or next week when the next cyclone comes around.